Welcome to this lesson on the central dogma of molecular biology. The central dogma describes the fundamental flow of genetic information in all living organisms. It explains how the instructions stored in our genes are converted into the proteins that perform essential functions in our cells. This concept is one of the most important principles in genetics and helps us understand how life works at the molecular level. The central dogma involves three main molecular players: DNA, RNA, and proteins. Think of DNA as a master instruction manual stored safely in the nucleus. RNA acts as a temporary copy or messenger that carries these instructions. Finally, proteins are the actual workers that carry out all the tasks needed for life. The flow goes from DNA to RNA to protein, creating a one-way information highway in most cases. DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid, is often called the blueprint of life. It stores all the genetic instructions necessary for building and maintaining an organism. Every cell in your body contains DNA that holds information about your traits, from eye color to how your body processes food. DNA is located in the nucleus of eukaryotic cells and has a distinctive double helix structure, like a twisted ladder. This molecule is incredibly stable, which is why it can store information for an entire lifetime. The first step in the central dogma is called transcription, where DNA is converted into RNA. During transcription, the DNA double helix unwinds and one strand serves as a template. An enzyme called RNA polymerase reads this template and creates a complementary RNA strand called messenger RNA, or mRNA. Once the mRNA copy is complete, it exits the nucleus and heads toward the ribosomes in the cytoplasm. This process allows the cell to make copies of genetic information without risking damage to the original DNA. RNA, or ribonucleic acid, is the messenger molecule that carries genetic information from DNA to the ribosomes. Unlike DNA, RNA is single-stranded and contains the base uracil instead of thymine. This makes RNA more flexible but less stable than DNA, which is perfect for its temporary messenger role. The specific type of RNA involved in protein synthesis is called messenger RNA, or mRNA. RNA acts as an intermediary, bridging the gap between the permanent genetic code and the proteins that need to be made. The second step is translation, where RNA is converted into protein. The mRNA molecule binds to a ribosome, which acts like a protein assembly factory. Another type of RNA called transfer RNA, or tRNA, brings amino acids to the ribosome. The ribosome reads the mRNA sequence in groups of 3 bases called codons. Each codon specifies a particular amino acid. As the ribosome moves along the mRNA, amino acids are linked together in the correct order, forming a chain that will fold into a functional protein. Proteins are the workhorses of the cell, performing virtually every function necessary for life. They are made up of long chains of amino acids that fold into specific three-dimensional shapes. Proteins serve many roles. Enzymes speed up chemical reactions, structural proteins provide support to cells and tissues, transport proteins move molecules around the body, antibodies defend against infections, and signaling proteins coordinate cellular activities. Without proteins, the genetic information in DNA would be useless. To summarize, the central dogma describes how genetic information flows in one direction, from DNA to RNA to protein. DNA stores the genetic instructions, RNA carries these instructions from the nucleus to the ribosomes, and proteins execute the functions that keep organisms alive. This fundamental principle explains how the information encoded in your genes becomes the functional molecules that make you who you are. Understanding the central dogma is essential for grasping how genetics, heredity, and molecular biology work together to sustain life.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.